Hey, good morning, everybody. Thought I'd take a couple minutes and just kind of talk to you guys about what's going on. So, today was going right up to Payson, Arizona, but there's some dark clouds up to the north and weather forecast calling for rain up in that area. So, for now, just riding up to Saguaro Lake, then going to reevaluate, what's it look like and what's going on. May continue riding up to Payson if it looks good. Might turn it down the 87 or whatever it is to Fountain Hills and come back into town here in Phoenix if the weather's bad. But that's kind of today's plan, but just want to take a couple minutes, talk to you guys. I had the Team Arizona Advanced Riders course on Friday, and I thought that was a pretty good course. I was a little concerned maybe I signed up for the wrong course and was thinking I should have been in the Confident Riders course, but I talked to the instructors and told them, I've been riding about 4 months, 1,100 miles, hadn't taken any courses on my own bike yet, but we'll see what happens. And did pretty good with that course, and I think a lot of it has to come down to getting out and practicing before that course. I was able to handle the bike through the maneuvers and the required skill sets to ride it. There was 10 or 11 of us total in the course. I don't remember. We had 2 instructors, and one thing I thought they did really well was they grouped the Harleys together. They had a couple of Indians. They grouped them together. The Kawasaki's were kind of together. So everybody was kind of with their group when we were riding these courses in smaller groups, or the skill sets, each obstacle or whatever you want to call it. So I thought that was really smart, so that way everybody was kind of together. There were a couple where they were like, hey, it's a free-for-all, just work into the traffic, and do your thing. So that it got mixed up there, but other than that, for a lot of the cone weaves and the maneuvering, they kind of had it grouped together, so that way everybody on the same type of bike was doing it at the same time to kind of keep it even. I was kind of surprised when I got there. Well, not when I first showed up, but throughout the day, there were people that you could tell they don't practice low speed skill stuff at all. One of the guys in the course, he was running wide on turns for an offset cone wave. He was missing the turns, and I was kind of talking to him after the class, and he was like, yeah, I'm really great on the freeway. I can get out there and I can ride. It's just, my bike's not built for this low speed stuff, so it just can't, it's a lot harder to do it on it. And I was like, well, I haven't been riding it long. He knew how long I'd been riding, and I was like, hey, this course isn't designed for the bike; it's designed for the rider. So, if you don't get out there and practice, it's not really the bike that's not doing this; it's the operator, because this course is designed for any bike. And he was like, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. He was like, I'm on a Harley, and he's like, you do really well. And I was like, yeah, but I also practice, at the end of my rides for 10, 15 minutes, once or twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever. And that kind of, helps out a lot, just the power of small actions, and the 10 or 15 minutes that I take, it compounds. And I was like, if you get out there and you practice just for a little bit, dude, you'll be good. And he was like, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. And one of the instructors kind of overheard our conversation and was like, yeah, for him, taking the Team Arizona Total Control course would have probably been really good for him, so that way he could get those U-turns and parking spaces and stuff like that a little more confidently. But he'd been riding he's been riding 6 years now, and he has a hard time handling his motorcycle, which I'm not going to sit here and judge anybody for what they do or don't do, but we were just kind of talking about it, and a couple of the other guys out there were complimenting on how well I handle this motorcycle and how I'm able to shift my body weight and lean and all that stuff. And you know, and I told him a lot of it just comes down to I get out there, ooh, coyote, and I practice, you know, and if you don't practice, then that's where you're gonna start having issues, and you gotta do it, you know. Parking lot, you know, you don't need a lot. Just go up and down on parking lot weaves and see how well you do. You know, can you turn your motorcycle around in 3 spots, 4 spots? You know, how many spots does it take for you to turn your bike around? And can you tighten it up 2 feet today, and then next time you come out, tighten it up 2 more feet, and that's kind of it. One of the things I liked about the course was the ability to kind of practice, you know, I'm on a Harley, but practice the down and in for turning and everything like that. And something that I know I don't practice a whole lot, so it was kind of nice being able to get out there and practice that and learn more about that stuff. I'm signed up for the got some sheriffs going by here, but you know, practicing the stuff that I don't know. So I enjoyed the course. I signed up for the Total Control courses through them because I want to understand how to operate the bike and understand it more and continue my learning. So it's kind of what I did on Friday and the future plans. But the Total Control course isn't for a couple more months. So we'll see what happens, and until then, I'll continue riding, continue practicing, and keep on keeping on, you know. But everyone, have a good one. Stay safe out there.